This is what happens when a racist bully picks the wrong family to mess with. Summertime clung to Riverside Park like a second skin. Sunlight dappled through oak trees, gilding the picnic blankets of families sharing fried chicken and laughter. Children chased ducks by the pond, their squeals blending with the hum of ice cream trucks. Marcus Washington spread a red checkered blanket, his rolled-up sleeves revealing forearms dusted with ash. At 46, he wore authority like a second language, quiet, precise, unspoken. His wife, Nia, braided their daughter Lila's hair, gold hoops glinting against her locks. The earrings, handcrafted by a Senegalese artist, caught the light every time she laughed. Lila, 8, gap-toothed, clutching a stuffed duck named Sir Quacksalot, arranged strawberries on a paper plate. "Daddy, the ducks are staring," she whispered, eyes wide. Marcus smiled, his voice a rumble. "They're just jealous of your picnic." Nearby, a woman in linen slacks snapped photos of her terrier. Her designer bag screamed money, her glare slicing past the Washingtons as if they were park statues. Marcus didn't flinch. He'd learned long ago that some people only see the pedestal, never the person standing on it. The air smelled of sunscreen and possibility. A shadow fell over the blanket. Claire Whitaker, linen slacks, pearl earrings, a face like a slammed door, stood at the edge of the Washingtons' picnic. Her terrier, Biscuit, strained at its leash, barking at Lila's duck toy. "Control your pet," Claire snapped, eyes flicking to Sir Quacksalot. Marcus shifted, blocking the sun. Claire's heel accidentally kicked sand onto the blanket. Nia's hand stilled mid-braid. "Clumsy me," Claire simpered, not sorry. She sniffed Nia's earrings. "Charming. Very ethnic." Lila frowned. "Sir Quacksalot's not a pet. He's a friend." Claire laughed, sharp as shattered glass. "Imaginary friends are for children who can't make real ones." Marcus brushed sand off Lila's lap, his voice steady. "Apologize to my daughter." Claire smirked. "Or what? You'll report me to the manager." She gestured to the park's logo, a duck in flight, embroidered on her bag. "I donate to this place. Generously." Nia's gaze locked with Claire's. "Then you know it's public. For everyone." "Everyone." Claire's smile chilled. "How progressive." Marcus's jaw tightened. Not yet, he told himself. Lila deserved this picnic. But Claire's next move, a photo snapped of Nia's unkempt hair, made his vision blur. "Delete that," Nia said, ice in her tone. Claire tilted her head. "Why?" "Afraid I'll show the neighbors." Lila hugged Sir Quacksalot. "Daddy, why's she mad at the ducks?" Marcus's hands fisted. "Soon." Claire circled the blanket like a shark. "Aren't you bothered by the noise?" She asked no one, loud enough for bystanders to glance. The park was quiet except for wind chimes and distant laughter. "Must be hard to hear yourself think," she continued, tapping her phone. "With all this chaos." Marcus's throat tightened. Chaos. A word white women like Claire weaponized. "Tell me," Claire leaned in, voice saccharine, "do you enjoy picnics? Or is this a special occasion?" She eyed Marcus's plain t-shirt. "You could have dressed up. For the public." Nia spread hummus on crackers, unfazed. "We're comfortable. Thanks for asking." Claire's laugh was a blade. "Comfortable? In Riverside? This isn't your neighborhood." "My husband's firm sponsors this park," she announced to a passing jogger. "We fund the rose garden. The duck pond." She gestured to Lila's toy. "Some of us prefer real animals." Lila frowned. "Sir Quacksalot is real." Claire sneered. "Sweetheart, ducks don't wear costumes." She snapped a photo of Nia's braids. "For the newsletter. Cultural appreciation segment." Marcus's fists clenched. "Breathe." He counted ducks on the pond. 12, 13, until Lila tugged his sleeve. "Daddy, why's her dog staring?" Biscuit strained at Claire's leash, barking at the stuffed duck. Claire yanked the leash, smirking. "Bad dog. Not all ducks are tame." A couple nearby chuckled. Claire seized the audience. You'd think city council would keep this place orderly. She enunciated council like a curse. Marcus stilled. She doesn't know. Claire leaned closer, voice dripping venom. But maybe you're used to lesser parks. The ones with bars on the windows. Nia's knife clattered. Lila's eyes filled. Marcus's phone buzzed. Chief Alvarez. He silenced it. Not yet. Claire misread his pause as fear. Lost your voice, sugar? The zoos. Don't, Marcus interrupted, low and lethal. Call us animals. The crowd hushed. Claire faltered, then masked it with a brittle smile. I'm just saying, some people don't belong. Sir Quaxalot sat between them, one button eye cracked. Claire lunged forward, snatching Sir Quaxalot from Lila's hands. Let's see if the ducks want their friend back, she hissed, waving the toy toward the pond. Lila gasped. No. He's scared of water. Marcus moved before thought. His hand clamped around Claire's wrist, not tight enough to bruise, but unyielding. The crowd sucked in a breath. Give her the duck, he said, syllables like hammer strikes. Claire wrenched free, clutching the toy to her chest. Or what? She glanced at bystanders, seeking approval. You'll, what? Yell at me. Throw a tantrum like a... She never finished. Marcus's phone rang. Chief Alvarez again, but he ignored it. Instead, he stepped closer, eclipsing Claire's height. 10 seconds, he said, voice low. Apologize to my daughter. Then I call the cops. Claire's smirk faltered. You're calling the cops? She laughed, high and strained. On me. A taxpayer? 9. The crowd stilled. A child stopped mid-laugh. Even Biscuit ceased barking. Claire's face flushed. This is ridiculous. I'm trying to teach your kid a lesson about... 8. Marcus stepped into Claire's space, his shadow swallowing her. The crowd leaned back, sensing the shift. 7, he said, softer now, almost conversational. You've got 7 seconds left to do the right thing. Claire's laugh cracked. Or what? You'll scold me? Write me a ticket. She thrust Sir Quaxalot toward the pond. Go ahead. I'm quaking. Marcus didn't blink. He reached into his pocket, slowly, and pulled out his phone. The screen lit his face, highlighting the City Council District 5 logo on his home screen. Claire froze. Wait. Marcus tapped the screen. 6. The crowd murmured. A man in a ranger's cap whispered, That's Marcus Washington's number. Claire's throat bobbed. I didn't. 5. Lila clutched Nia's arm. Daddy's voice is different, she whispered. Nia nodded, her gaze locked on Claire. That's his leader voice. Marcus tilted his head, a predator's smile. 4. Claire thrust Sir Quaxalot at Lila, missing her grip. The duck fell in the dirt. Pick it up, Marcus ordered. Claire dropped to her knees, scrambling. Marcus didn't blink. He tapped his phone, speed dial 3, and raised it to his ear. Chief. Marcus Washington. Riverside Park. Now. Claire's face paled. Wait, you're Councilman Washington? She glanced at his phone screen, the District 5 logo glaring like an accusation. You're lying. Claire's voice cracked. You're just some picnicker. Marcus arched a brow. Check my wallet, ma'am. He flipped it open, revealing his gold councilman badge. The crowd murmured, a teenager whispered, That's the guy who fought for the community pool. Claire stumbled back. I didn't know. You knew exactly who I was, Marcus interrupted, voice steel. You just assumed I couldn't be. Sirens wailed. 2 officers jogged over, Officer Reyes and Officer Patel. Councilman. Officer Reyes nodded. Ma'am, you're trespassing. Claire gaped. Trespassing? This is a public park, yes, Marcus said, which you've disrupted with harassment and threats. Arrest her. Claire's bravado crumbled. Please, it was a joke. Jokes require mutual laughter, Marcus said, nodding to Lila's tear-streaked face. She wasn't laughing. Handcuffs clicked. Claire's friend, Margaret, stepped forward. "We're sorry," she whispered to Nia. We didn't know." Marcus crouched beside Lila. "The ducks aren't lost, baby," he said, smoothing her hair. "They're exactly where they belong." Marcus turned to the crowd, voice steady. "This park isn't mine, it's ours. For picnics, protests, and yes, even ducks." He gestured to Lila, now cradling Sir Quacksalot. "Teach your kids to share. The rest," he glanced at Claire, "they'll learn or leave." Officer Patel read Claire her rights as Officer Reyes documented the scene. "Trespassing, harassment, resisting arrest," Reyes muttered. Claire's pearl earring slipped from her earlobe, rolling into the dirt. Claire's friend Margaret fled, but not before pressing a business card into Nia's hand. "Call me. We'll donate to your gallery." Nia pocketed it without a word. Claire, handcuffed, spat at Marcus's feet. "You think this changes anything? You're still." "Still what?" Marcus leaned down, eyes level with hers. "Still your councilman? Still a father? Still a human?" She said nothing. Lila tugged Marcus's sleeve. "Daddy, the ducks came back." Sure enough, a dozen mallards waddled near the pond, unperturbed by the chaos. Marcus crouched beside her. "They know this is their home too." The crowd erupted in applause. A man in a Dodgers cap shook Marcus's hand. "'Bout time someone shut her down." As officers escorted Claire out, Marcus raised his badge, not to flaunt, but to reflect sunlight toward the pond. "Next picnic's on me," he told the crowd. "Bring your kids, your dogs, your ducks." The park laughed. Lighter now. 2 weeks later, Riverside Park buzzed with a community barbecue. Marcus flipped veggie burgers beside a banner. "Welcome to all families, Council District 5. Claire's mugshot trended online, racist park Karen arrested, with a cheeky watermark, "Justice by Duck Pond." The Washington story went viral. Donations flooded Nia's art gallery for Lila's college fund. The pond signage now read, "Respect the ducks. Respect each other." Parents pointed to Marcus, laughing, as Lila fed Sir Quacksalot, now sporting a tiny mayor's friend sash. A teen asked Marcus, "What did you really say to that lady?" Marcus smiled. "I told her the truth. Everyone belongs here. Even the ducks." Have you ever experienced a moment where someone unfairly judged you based on appearance? Share your experience in the comments. If you enjoyed this and want more content on Inspiring Black Stories channel like this, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Thanks for watching, and remember, courage isn't the absence of fear, it's the choice to prioritize what matters more than the fear itself.